Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's AJ the franchise man.
King Book in the building once again.
Yes, sir. And this is the second podcast, man, coming to y'all live today. We got a couple of topics to come at y'all about today, and give a couple of games to y'all, and keep it all the way real with you. You know how we do, man. So we're about to run this podcast today. What you got for 'em, Book?
Man, today we're gonna be talking about credit. We're gonna be talking about personal credit, business credit. We also gonna be talking about the importance of title companies.
Right.
Relationships. Their functions and their involvement in any real estate transaction. And also we're gonna be talking about staying true to them old school ways.
Yep.
Like things grandma was teaching grandpa. Them
Yeah.
old school, how them old schools used to live way back in the gap. Staying true to
Right.
some of those ways, living off the land, and also how
definitely.
the technology advancements that's going on. How this is affecting us, and maybe what we should do about it. To kind of stay in good grace of it.
Right. Yeah, we definitely got a good one in store for y'all today, man. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man.
Okay.
So, like we said, we came to y'all. We said we was gonna come to y'all about credit. So let's go ahead and start it off with that, man. I think that's a good topic to start about. So I feel like with the personal credit, it's always a good thing to focus on that, man, because the personal credit, a lot of people don't even really think that's a serious thing nowadays. They rather have that money in their hand instead of really think about what's important. And I feel like that building your credit up and getting a good credit score, or put you in so many other positions.
Not only it will put you in a lot of positions, it's almost more important than cash.
Yeah, definitely.
Using other people's money is kind of smarter to do than use your own money. And the best and only way that I know of is just establishing a good credit score and utilizing the credit cards, lines of credits to kind of fund your needs and have your cash as like backup capital. That's the best position you want to use.
Exactly.
The position you want to be in.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm pretty late to the game. I'm just now really just starting to build my credit up on my personal side, but I also been working on my business credit as well. For my LLC, that's Anything is Possible Enterprises, and I'll just I start getting on a lot of YouTube pages, and a lot of teachers been telling me that building up that personal credit also gives you a higher credit limit on the business credit side. That's always a good thing to do. And then if you do get a business, it's definitely important for you to build your business credit up so you can start getting those big loans. Those $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 loans
to fund these ventures.
Exactly.
That you're trying to really accomplish in this business world.
Exactly. So yeah, I definitely think that's a big thing. That a lot of people, especially our
let
minorities.
me ask you a question
don't
about
really,
this. How do you do that? How do you establish good business?
Okay.
A good business credit line. What are some of those steps you would want to take to getting a credit card or a line of credit?
Yeah, well, I don't know everything. I ain't gonna, I never, I'm not the guru of how to do this because, like I said, I'm just new to it too.
Yeah,
so,
You just want to share your experience.
So for me, I start applying for more credit cards. Of course, I start opening up a lot of credit unions.
Because a lot of times credit unions, and one thing about that, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're right.
Credit unions are important because their rates are usually a little bit more relaxed. They kind of a little bit more lenient. It's kind of more easy to get certain loans and fund things.
Right.
So that's why credit unions are also important to have.
Right. And I also did a credit line.
Yeah.
My bank, they was offering credit lines, so I also did that, and that helped boost my credit limit up significantly high because at the time I didn't even have credit. I had they were saying I had no credit, so it was, I had to build it up. It's not as bad as having no bad credit, but it's kind of on the same Stanfield, you know.
Man,
So,
right.
you know,
So what would you say is better in your eyes? And I'm gonna tap in too. But as far as business credit versus personal credit, do you think one is more important than the other, or?
Honestly, I feel like they neck and neck, man. I honestly feel like they neck and neck. It just I feel like your personal, you can't really like neglect doing your personal credit at all, you know. And you know, if you have a business, of course you want your business to have a lot of credit, you know, so you could, you know, fund what you need to fund for your business.
Doors,
exactly,
you know?
exactly. So, like I said, I think it runs neck and neck with each other, you know. But you know, on the personal side, for the people who really, you know, not really focusing on business, you know, a lot of the workers, I think that focusing on your personal credit would actually open more doors, even just for your business credit, if you wanted to do that.
Right.
So
I would agree. So I guess the answer to that is they both
Right.
both important. You can't neglect one because they actually
Exactly.
the personal affects the business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you want to have both of them tighten up. Go ahead and pay them bills off. Go ahead and get them debtors off your books. You know what I'm saying? Get things squared away.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good knowledge though.
Yeah.
So what we really need to want to talk about today is obviously this real estate segment, and that's how important the title company is.
Definitely, man.
I don't care if you the buyer or the seller or the wholesaler.
Yep.
You gonna have to deal with the title company.
Definitely, definitely.
And depending on how your relationship is, depending on how busy they are,
Mm-hmm.
or depending on how much money you finna make, it all determine on how fast they move on your deal. You know, so
Right.
establishing good relationships with these title companies, seeing what they specialize on, because that's a big difference maker too.
Yeah.
Sometimes some title company will only allow a certain amount of assignments.
That's true. That's true.
And if you partnering and
doing a joint venture with somebody,
that could affect you.
Yeah.
That could affect you. You know, some companies, title companies, they even put a cap on the amount the assignment can be. So if you making too much bread and everybody else okay with it, the title company can still put a stop on it. You know, so these are all important details to know exactly who you're gonna choose to run your property through.
Yeah, that's definitely good knowledge right there, man. You dropped a lot of game on it with that one, and that's definitely something important that you do need to know dealing with these title companies. Like, you know, we do deal with a couple of title companies. You know, it's a couple that we do, like, you know, like mostly hands-on. So most of them are like Patton, Patriot. We did business with Capital. You know, that's
and
just
Chicago,
a few.
right down the street.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, Chicago.
well,
Yeah, I also, Chicago title.
All title companies in which we close with, and they're very, very investor friendly. You know?
Right.
But it's so many across Houston that, you know, we would love to work with, and I think a lot of people would as well, because the amount of transaction that's going on to have a good title company, at least just a few of them, because, you know, sometimes everything is busy and it's all business. So, you know, you have to be on the understanding side. Being frustrated, calling and cussing everybody out, that ain't gonna get you
exactly. And then, you know, also it's another thing to throw in there, just you know, just seeing the title companies like do double closing. You know, sometimes you might come across situations and you know, a couple of deals where you might have to double close, you know, because you might have, you know, a buyer or a seller, you know, that might be, you know, it might be a little hasty, and you might not, you know, want them to know exactly what you're making on your spread. So, you know, sometimes you might have to do a double close, and sometimes it's good to know which title companies, you know, offer that, just in case, you know, you come across those problems. You know, sometimes you don't really have to do that, but in some cases that you might. I know a lot of, you know, people that we work with has had to do that, you know, before. So, you know, there's always a good, you know, thing to know about with the title companies as well, you know.
And just to even familiarize those who's getting started, you know, the title company, their whole role is to basically, one, make sure the property can be sold. They're going to look for any liens or any amounts that's past due that will stop the sale of the property. So they're going to basically do a property search and see if there's even any airships on the property, if anybody else is entitled to it on the property. And they're also basically going to see if it can be insured, you know, make sure if anything were to happen to the property, it can be funded, you know, accordingly. So that's really two of the major roles of the title company. And so basically they're the middleman to make sure everybody is on the same page and documents and the complete ownership of the property is being transferred correctly.
Right. Yeah, and that's definitely something, you know, for y'all new beginners, you know, to definitely, you know, take that in and, you know, and just digest it and, you know, use that to your arsenal. You know, when you're doing this business, always make sure you got a good title company that you can rely to. All right, so for the next segment, you know, we wanted to bring into you guys about, you know, just like the old survival techniques and the old survival ways of, you know, how, you know, the old grandma used to teach us, man. Your old grandpa used to teach you back then, you know.
Tidbits, you know, turning off, unplugging the microwave.
Yeah,
you know, just
the old remedies and stuff. Right.
But some of that stuff really kept them alive. That's how whenever they didn't have electricity or they didn't have plumbing or they didn't have Walmart or HEB right down the street, they were still able to survive. You know what I mean?
I definitely, especially like just for me, like I know I was like raising up in like somewhere in the, you know, the Waco area. And, you know, that's kind of like a little country area, you know, for y'all that do know Waco. And, you know, it was a lot of times, man, we was, you know, having to get it in, you know, the hard way, you know. And, and you know, I had a couple of other people that, you know, that lived on some ranches and stuff like that. And, you know, it was plenty of time where we didn't have lights, you know, and like we had to boil the waters and, you know, all that other stuff, you know. So, you know, I'm definitely, you know,
we can't be acting brand new to this, man.
Yeah.
We survivors and we always been survivors. So it's simple things as fishing. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's fun and it's cool.
Yeah.
But that's food. That's what's gonna keep you out of HEB.
Right.
Learning how to hunt. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, these just are essential survival skills. Or even grow. You know, for your vegans and vegetarians, grow your food. Because even though you just buying and only eating vegetables and organic food, you don't know what they utilizing to fertilize those crops. You know what I mean? So unless you're doing it yourself, that's the only thing you can do to ensure that you're getting the best and the highest quality. And that you're just not gonna inject some type of pesticides or what is it? These GMOs,
GMOs, all kind of stuff. Modified fruits and. You know, that's why the life on these things not even living the way they used to live back then. You know, back then they used to live a long time. You know, that fruit bowl back then, you know, that fruit bowl used to be up for a while. You know, but now, you know, it's a day or two and they, you know, they did like that. So, you know, it's definitely a difference in food, you know, of how it used to be back then.
Right.
And you know, like he was saying, you know, just knowing those old ways, like, you know, when grandma them used to have that little garden in the backyard, you know, and they was growing little tomatoes, little potatoes, greens, collard greens and stuff like that, man, squash, you know. And I think, you know, that's a good thing to keep the old school way of doing, you know, for certain situations like where you come across like what we just had last weekend, you know, with the snowstorm, exactly. Man. And you know how
a lot
all
of people
the food,
was exposed.
Exactly. So a lot of the food was gone. A lot of people, you know, it was hard for them, you know, and you know, this would be a good time just to fall back on those type of, you know, old school survival ways, you know, and I think that was just like if people just had that little extra, you know, that could have helped them out, you know, a big way, you know,
exactly having that extra refrigerator, that deep freezer that you can keep in stuff,
or that old generator, you know, that your old grandpa used to keep in the garage, you know, and pull that thing out every time, you know, that snowstorm used to come through back then, you know, I mean that rainstorm,
because we ain't used to snow,
they
was scratching their head about that, like what is really going on?
But definitely, man. So
I still can't believe, man, Houston, I mean, in the surrounding areas below 20 degrees.
That was crazy.
It was pretty to look at, but it was cold.
Yeah, it was definitely cold, man. I was definitely one of those people that was in them cars, man.
Right. Yeah, that's
and trying to get warm, man, because my lights was out. I ain't have no water, no lights, no nothing, man. And it was definitely hard for us, man.
Right.
I was lucky to come across a friend who had lights and water, and so I did do 2 days, of not having no water, no electricity. I was just staying in the cars, trying to stay warm. I might go back in the house, for a little while, but I used to come back out and just, try to stay as warm as I could be, and and just like the first 2 days, I really didn't want to get out like that because they were saying like the roads was so bad.
And they can't drive around here anyway.
Man.
So they ain't taking no chance.
And I just remember just coming out the house, just coming down the stairs, man, and just seeing the ice and wheels almost just sliding all over the place. So
right. Imagine with an automobile.
Exactly. And I did go out. I went out maybe, like I said, that third day, but it wasn't as bad then. It was still a little bit of sliding. I seen a couple of cars sliding in front of me and stuff like that, but it wasn't as bad that third day around. But there was a lot of people still like without lights,
power, and water. Warm water, resources, you know what I'm saying? Some people might even got stuck. I was almost in this situation, got stuck, okay, this the week to make groceries. But then when you hit the grocery store, ain't no groceries. So here it is, you really, kind of stuck out.
Yeah, and I seen that too on the post, man. Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy.
That's real.
But man. So I heard also that there was a lot of people that died. Tragic, man. That there was a lot of people that died to with this freezing stuff,
man. Not necessarily thinking everything through. Trying to stay warm.
Yep.
And I remember seeing the story on this lady trying to stay warm and was staying in the car, warming it up, but didn't crack the garage. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as didn't crack the garage or open it up.
That's crazy.
Basically, carbon monoxide got her and an 8-year-old. So that was tough.
That's real sad, man.
Tough.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people died from that too, man. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all awareness, man.
Yeah, that's real, man. So what's the next topic, man? What we talking about? He was telling me about this technology, man. What's your take on how the technology is almost taking, I can't use another word, but taking over dang near every industry.
Oh, it definitely
it's banking,
it definitely is.
The stores, the fast food,
grocery stores,
shopping.
Right.
Stores are closing down left and right.
Right. Because everybody
gonna buy it online.
Right.
Amazon killing the game with the transportation. You know what I mean? So it's so easy. Even the grocery stores are transforming to that Amazon type of deal.
Right. Yeah, I heard even people getting drones to drop off their packages now, and I'm like, wow, it's definitely changing, man.
2021, man, you better be ready. Cars driving themselves like it used to be.
It's like in different states, man. It's like pizza cars. They driving themselves, delivering the pizzas. Just nobody in the car. You just pick your pizza up and go. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
And that's why, some of the stuff we was talking about yesterday really, really makes even more importance, since some of these jobs are probably transitioning to basically not being able to work them no more. We still have to generate capital. We still have to figure out some type of service or whatever knowledge that you have that you can share, or to be able to survive in these times, because things are changing. And like we said, it's a mass transfer of wealth. The middle class is definitely getting smaller. You're either getting richer or you're getting poor. Just plain and simple.
That's it, man. They knocking out the middle class for sure.
Yeah, so we need to try to jump on this gravy train. Try to figure out what it is that's going to bring us way more profit, way more money, way more capital in shorter amounts of time. And less amount of effort that's implied. Everything takes work. But, at the same time, you got to stick to the basics.
Exactly.
To the basics.
And like you was just touching back on, man, and I just want to elaborate a little bit on that. you just look in the grocery stores, man. All the cashiers is basically at the store. Everybody's doing.
You have probably about 4 or 5 open registers, and they looking like, oh Lord.
Exactly, man.
But the rest of them self-service,
Yeah, and then I also heard about there's these burger flippers that's coming out now, and that's gonna be taking over the food industries, and a lot of these people, gonna be losing jobs, man. Fry droppers, all of that. So they definitely got to be aware of what's coming, and like he was mentioning, you want to position yourself in a way to where you will be still profitable, in the end. Like if they do, try to take away your job due to AI, you still got something to fall back on, and that ties back to us saying, having good credit, stuff like that, and assets, doing the stocks, forex, Bitcoin, stuff like that. Anything that's going to make you profitable in the end to where you just not relying on that 9 to 5 job. You always gonna have something to rely back on, and like I said, it's always about in the end, having them assets, man. So.
Assets over liabilities.
Right.
Assets over liabilities.
Yeah, so I mean, the AI, like I said, is definitely changing stuff, but we got to be ready for it, and we got to move with the wave. So
do you think the AI is totally bad? With
no.
the technology advancing.
No, I feel like it's a give and take thing. I feel like it's more like it's beneficial to get whatever you want to get out to the world, because back then we didn't have this platform where you can just get on your phone and tweet about something, and make a post. Exactly. Like back then, we was on AOL. I think we had MySpace back then. We didn't have all that stuff, so it's definitely like a give and take thing. I feel like it's good if you want to get a message out there, or if you want to build your platform up as far as like being a YouTuber or just like a podcaster or anything like that. I think it's a good avenue for that, but I also feel like it's bad in a way because it's messing up the kids. A lot of the kids not even going outside no more like they used to. I feel like it's really giving up a little bit too much data to about our lives.
A lot of privacy. You're exposing everything about you.
Yeah, man, and I think we starting to, as humans, rely a little bit too much on AI. Back then, I was telling you back then, you remember when you used to go to your friend's house, man, you had to remember every turn you made, every street, all that stuff. Or you wrote it down, and nowadays it's like we just, what's the address? We put it right in the GPS, and we don't even really think about where we going and nothing like that, because we know that this phone gonna tell us exactly where we need to go. So I feel like in a way it's kind of dumbing us down as a humanity. I feel like it's taking away a lot of stuff that we was used to be on, and it's making us a little bit more lazier and a little bit more dumbed down. Just like your phone even correct your words if you don't even spell it right. We don't even have to think about the word no more.
Right.
We just say
so,
it.
It definitely is something that we can't rely on, and if you do that, then you're gonna be in a position that a lot of us was this past week. Technology is a great thing. Everyone loves the luxury of when they get ready, they're gonna press that button. It's gonna get cold. They're gonna press that button. It's gonna get hot. They're gonna turn that knob. They're gonna get the comfortable amount of water. Everyone enjoys these luxuries, but you gotta be able to understand that hey, you can't rely on these things. You gotta be able to survive without them. And then make use of the knowledge that you have, and whether it be, I know how to cook. Something as simple as knowing how to cook without a stove, whether it's barbecue or using the propane, just improvising, just utilizing what you got to survive.
Right. Yeah, man, I'm glad you touched up on that, man. And like I said, we definitely want to give a big ups to Salsa, man, for giving us this platform and giving us this opportunity to come at y'all and give y'all this real game, y'all. We will be back next week. We'll probably, like I said, we're thinking about. I think we're thinking about switching the times up. We're like I said, we're working on a good schedule, so we're coming down to a Tuesday and Thursday schedule. I think that'll work out best for everybody, and we're going to try to do it at 7:30 p.m. So definitely be looking out for us. We were trying to get a definitely good time down, so I think 7:30 would work out just great for us, man. And if you just check us out Tuesday and Thursday. You can follow us on Instagram at mine is Anything Is Possible Enterprises. What's your Instagram book?
Master Self Awake.
Okay, and you can follow. You can also follow us up on Facebook. You can find me under AJ Morgan. You can find Book under Draylon Booker. You also can look us up on YouTube. We're gonna be posting up the YouTube pages tonight. We gonna definitely be flooding y'all in. The name of the YouTube page is called The Collaboration. So definitely look that up. And just be looking at for the next podcast.
For whatever we coming with, man. That's what you need to do.
Right,
Look out for whatever we coming with. And understand, we're going to talk about a variety of things. How to survive in real estate, how to survive in this game of life.
Right.
But, again, these deals that you are now becoming a wholesaler, or you learning about the game, and you want to see how do I jump into it, we can help you out with that. We can help you out with that. Man. If you can find these properties, you know exactly, you get them marketed correctly, we'll be able to get it out for you. We'll be able to find and buy it, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And if there's any sellers out there, if y'all have any properties that y'all, want to get rid of, any foreclosed properties, any will properties that you got willed over to you, any properties, that you just ready to, get a profit on, just definitely feel free to reach out to us. Like I said, you can hit us up on our platforms, or you can also reach me at my website, and that's www.anythingispossibleenterprises.com. And I definitely, will look out to help you guys out and get that big cash offer that you guys are looking for. And also on the buy side, if y'all guys looking for any properties, feel free to hit us up. We got plenty of properties, available. So if y'all looking for any new investments for land, multi properties, single family homes, we definitely got them all available. So feel free to reach out to us, definitely.
Yeah, man, and also we can be reached on anything and everything, but shout out to me. If you got a question or something that you need answered, you can also text me at 346-253-0629. You know what I'm saying? We open to anything. Like I said, we trying to help. Yeah, and also, congratulations on that closing today, man.
Definitely,
yes,
man. Yeah, we did
that happen. We made that happen.
Yeah, man, that was definitely a blessing. Yes, we told y'all about that yesterday on yesterday's podcast.
Right. So everything went successful. All praises to the Most High, man. Very, very thankful, and we just trying to get some more. So again, hey, we closing. It's not just talk, not just capping. We actually over here making stuff happen. So,
definitely.
Hey, appreciate it again. We really do appreciate y'all tuning in. AJ?
Yeah, man. So definitely look out for us. Next week, next Tuesday, 7:30, we'll be live again. So definitely be ready for us. And again, this is Talking Real Spill Podcast. Right. We'll be at you next week.
Yeah, man. King Book signing out.
Yes, sir.
Aquí me ven, tratando de dejar atrás las malas cosas del pasado, limpiándome toda la piel de lo que un día me hizo daño, para sanar mis heridas. Aquí me ven, es hora de recuperar lo que